In this video, I've interviewed 5 of the best rising masters. They're gonna be talking about their accomplishments, their goals, how they got started, and more. And here we go. Hey, this is Seagrove, and if you are interested in becoming a better player, finding success in the Pokemon TCG, consider subscribing to the channel because we have some of the best players in the world on here. This video, we have some of the best seniors, or rising masters, I should say, and in our next video, we're gonna have some of the best players in the world. It's gonna be amazing. I hope you guys are gonna really enjoy both videos, but let's get right into the interviews.
My name is Connor Pederson. Some of my accomplishments include a second place finish at Worlds, a top 8 finish in Worlds. I won an Intercontinentals in Australia. I've won 4 regionals, and I've top 8 in multiple.
Okay, well that's quite a list there. So how long have you been playing, Connor?
I've been playing for about 5 years.
Okay, and what got you started in the game?
I kind of just at first I liked the design of the cards, but then I kind of just I went to League one day and and I thought, oh, this is actually kind of fun, and it just kind of spiraled from there.
Cool. So what are your goals for your first season in Masters?
So what I plan to do is I don't know if I'll go for top 16 exactly, but I might go for free trips more, or for the international free trips, just because with how they're doing the new season with quarters, it kind of makes it so you can try on certain quarters to get certain free trips.
That's a good idea.
So yeah, I don't know if I'll try for top 16. It'll kind of be more okay, if I get in top 16, cool. If I don't, it's not the end of the world. Okay,
and what do you think are some of your strengths and weaknesses compared to other players?
I have a horrible poker face. I am horrible with that. I haven't really buckled down and started to check my prizes. I think that would be good if I started doing that. I'll do it a little bit.
Yeah.
Those are my 2 main things. I guess I don't make little misplays as much. I'm very good with sequencing and stuff, but for example, when I'll kind of make these misplays, what am I doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll forget to play down a card, but it's kind of weird because I won't make these little misplays, but I might make these kind of mediocre misplays.
So, oh, I forgot to put down my choice band, so I missed this. Yeah. I feel you on that one. Cool. Well, are there any shout-outs or anything you'd like to give?
Shout out to Finnegan Lynch for kind of helping me throughout seniors, and that's about it.
Okay, great. Well, we look forward to seeing what you can do this season as a new master.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
So, my name's Jacob Chen. I'm gonna be a sophomore this year. I'm 15. Some of my best accomplishments is this year I won 2 out of 6 regionals and got second at a third, and
awesome.
Along with the top 8.
That's really good.
And then I think in my second year seniors I won my third regional, or I won a third regionals. So those are I won 3 so far.
Cool.
I have 15 top 8s, I think, and then most of those I make it to top 4, which is 9. I have never placed at a big tournament, Internats or Worlds, except this year I got 12th with Celesteela Hoopa with Spearlock.
Nice.
Yeah. So those are my accomplishments pretty much.
Cool. So how'd you get into the game, and how long have you been playing?
I got into the game when I was in 4th grade, I think. Everyone would trade cards, and I was I was just really competitive, so I like wanted to learn how to like play the real game. And then I ended up going to San Jose Regionals where I play like Darkrai Sableye. And then ever since like
How'd you do?
I got 10th, I think. I don't know.
Oh.
I bubbled out because like
That's pretty
3-2.
good for your first tournament.
No, because back then it was super uncompetitive because there was like no money involved. So like 3-2 bubbled in.
Nice.
And I don't know. I was not very good at all. But like I just really like love the competitive atmosphere and like the community and stuff like that. And so ever since then, I've just sort of been hooked on the game. I just really like it.
Very cool. So what are your what would you say are your weaknesses and your strengths compared to other players?
Well, against seniors, I always play like rogue decks. Like this year, I won with like the psychic. Did you hear about like the Lunala Prism Star Garbodor deck
Mm-hmm.
with like Dawn Wings? So like I was like the first person to play that. I won regionals that, and then like I won with like Togarb when all the seniors were playing like Lonzo.
Yeah.
Right. So and then I got second with Sylveon when like Sylveon like just started to like it was before Sylveon got like any hype. And then I lost to Buzzrock in the final. It's a shaky matchup. It was a little there was like some gameplay errors and stuff like that, and like the player I play against, Jackson Ford, he's like pretty good. He won Internats with Buzzrock.
He's pretty good.
But yeah, he's good. He's good. I never seemed to draw well against him. I was like in a winning and I was like 402. I prized 3N in a Bridget. It was bad. Yeah, it's those sort of things. But I think like a main advantage I have over seniors is like I usually counter what they play and they just generally play meta.
Yeah.
And so I always feel like I do well when I play decks that are sort of out there and stuff like that. So
sure. Cool. So what are your you mentioned a strength or a weakness before when we were just talking, I think. What was that? Do you remember? Oh, just you never play meta. You said that's right.
yeah.
Do you think you're going to continue to do that?
Yes, 100% in Masters. Okay. Like in I think Masters is even like a little bit more predictable because like some seniors like Preston Ellis, he used to like always do well with like Greninja. Yeah. He got a little bit like more unlucky in like the past tournaments, but he plays Greninja for every tournament. It's like he's gonna do well, and if you want to win the tournament in seniors, then like you have to make sure you can beat that. You know what I mean? So like I don't necessarily always play Tina promo, but like I have to like beat that because I lost him in top 8 of San Jose with like Guardy, and because I have no shot of being Greninja with Guardy, and like ever since then like I just can't play something that loses to it. Like I beat him in the finals with Togarb, and I played Rock Guard, and that was the only reason I won. And like it's things like that, like where against seniors, there's like there's those kids that just play like different decks that are like good and stuff like that, and Connor Pederson always plays something different every time, and you sort of have to just like be ready for it. And it's just sometimes it's really hard, but I feel like Masters meta can like generally be like more predictable because like the internet now and like everything's sort of out there, and so you like know what there's going to be. So I'm definitely going to like still keep teching for the meta, and I'll hope for the best. Yeah, we'll see.
What tournaments do you think you're going to be able to go to?
I don't know. I mean, I'll see. I think I'm gonna go to Portland. One of the reasons I'm still playing is because my sister, she's playing in juniors now, and she has 4 years left in juniors. So I hope she's gonna be good. She's getting a lot better. She loves the game. So
awesome. Are you gonna be like chasing? What's your goal for next year? I should say.
Next year?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily have a goal. I don't really have time for League Cup, so I actually this year I think I went to 3 League Cups, so I missed top 16 because of that. Like I'm probably not gonna go to any League Cups as a master. I mean regionals can actually be profitable,
right?
So I sort of like that, but I think I'll get my invite next year in Masters. I don't think it should be that difficult. I mean,
probably
also if I get like
5 or 6 events, you think?
Yeah, about like that's how I go to like 4, 5, 6 every year. So like I'll probably go 5 or 6. I think I can do it. I mean,
that's awesome.
We'll see. Yeah.
Okay, well, good luck. Do you have any shouts or anything you want to give?
No, I'm good. Well, actually, I have a shout out. this kid named Bart. We made up Celesteela with a Xurkitree weakness policy the night before Nats, and so like it was busted.
Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right, I'm here now with Owyn. Owyn, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and pronounce your name properly, and tell us maybe some of your accomplishments.
I'm Owyn Kamerman. I'm from the Netherlands. I play Pokemon very frequently and sometimes do athletics. I am won the senior division European championships this year and have had 6 Worlds invites, and I am first on the European ranking this year.
Awesome, awesome. So, how long have you been playing? How'd you get into the game?
I've been playing for around 7 years, almost 8. I started with the Mind Flood team deck from Heart Gold Soul Silver,
Okay.
and I got into playing because my brother collected for a few years, and then he saw that there were leagues where we could play instead of just collect. And after a few months where my older brother played, me and my twin brother started playing, and we liked it and continued with it for the past 8 years, 7, 8 years.
Okay, great. And how do you compare yourself to other players? Like, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses?
I think one of my strengths is making rogue decks work, because I often play rogue decks even at relatively big tournaments. I got second at Leipzig regionals with Cerny's Break, and I got third place at Break special event with Pessimian. Those were some fun times.
Yeah.
One of my weaknesses is playing very rushed, especially when I'm low on time, and I start to make mistakes that sometimes can be game-changing,
Yeah.
and sometimes just very stupid.
Sure. So, what are your goals for next season?
I want to try and get top 32 at a regional or international event.
Okay.
I am going to the Latin America international and Europe, so I might be able to.
Oh yeah. Are you gonna go for stipends?
I'm gonna try, but I'm not sure if I can make it because of school and stuff.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Cool. What tournaments are you definitely going to? You mentioned LAIC. I assume you're going to go to EUIC. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. And then any other?
I think it's some French special event somewhere in France, and probably some German regional or one in Great Britain, like Harrogate regional championships. I might attend that.
Very
That
cool.
that might be it, because school will be very annoying and in the way, sadly.
As always. All right. Well, good luck in your upcoming
Thank you.
first year as a master, and we look forward to seeing what you can do.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So I'm here with Preston Ellis. Preston, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
All right, so I'm Preston Ellis. Currently, I'm in top 4 for seniors overall points, 3rd in the world right now. And so I have day 2 worlds, and I'll be competing. And next year, I'll be in masters.
Cool. So what are your current accomplishments for your senior career?
All right, so I top 8'd Oceania Internationals this year. Then I got finals at London and Brazil as well.
Oh wow.
And yeah, and last year I top 4'd North American Internationals.
Very
I
cool.
went to a bunch of regionals and top 8'd most of those too. So
Very good. So how long have you been playing?
I've been playing for like 3 years now.
Okay. And how'd you get started?
Well, I was really bored, so I decided to go to a Pokemon League, and I saw someone playing Heatmore, so I played Heatmore at the League Challenge, like the day after.
Okay.
It was fun.
What was
Good.
Heatmore?
So you like played 4 Heatmore and 52 energies and 4 elixirs,
Okay.
the old ones.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. All right.
Did a lot of damage.
Okay. I'm not familiar with the deck, but it sounds interesting.
It's very
Cool. So what are your goals looking forward to next year? Do you have any goals, or like are you gonna be just getting an invite and chill, or what do you think?
I think I just want to get my invite mostly, but I'm hoping for top 16 before uh, London or
Okay.
the EU internationals.
Do you get the free ride to Latin America?
No, Pokemon changed it, so I don't get it
Yikes.
because I went to 1 regionals in the last quarter.
Okay,
So
that's rough. So you're not gonna go then?
yeah, I'm probably not gonna go.
Okay. That's unfortunate. Sorry about that. So what do you think are your strengths and weaknesses compared to other players, other good players?
Well, I think the main problem is I'm just too focused on one deck that I think is good, and I keep on trying to convince myself that it's good, but Greninja's not that good. So there's been some problems.
I've heard rumors
Yeah.
of your Greninja addiction, but so how do you feel about the transition to Masters?
I think Masters is a lot harder, but I don't know. I don't have as much time next year to go to as many tournaments, so it's going to be difficult to keep up. But the new system with points might allow me to get some stipends
Cool.
later on in the season, so
Yeah.
it's good.
Well, good luck with that. What do you have any shout outs or anything you'd like to give?
Yeah, I like to thank Bond for testing me with me this entire season. He
Okay.
just barely got his invites after North American Internats.
Very cool. All right. Well, good luck going forward with your season, and hopefully you get a stipend or two.
Yeah, thanks.
See ya. Okay, so this is Jackson Ford. Jackson is also obviously a rising master. So, Jackson, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and include some accomplishments that you've had as a senior?
Yeah, my name's Jackson Ford. I've been playing for like 7 years. It's going into my 8th season. Some of my accomplishments: I won the Vancouver Regional Championships, I won the Portland Regional Championships, and then I most recently won the U.S. International Championships.
Very impressive. Very good. So, how long have you been playing?
7 years, going into my 8th year now.
Okay, cool. What got you started?
The video game. I remember when I was like 7 or so, I played Pokemon Diamond, and then I saw TCGO and I wanted to get into it, so that's how I started out.
Okay, pretty cool. So what are your goals for the upcoming season? Are you thinking already like, oh, I want to get this many points, or what are your goals?
I think I'm gonna look at the first quarter usually because they have the new stipend system where they'll give you stipends based on each quarter. So if I end up doing really well in the first quarter, I may pursue top 16. If
Okay.
the first quarter doesn't go great, I'll probably just stick at 400 points or whatever the invite requirement is.
So does the stipend? Would you get a stipend to LAIC for masters for your accomplishments in seniors?
Yeah, I'm.
Okay.
I got the top 16 stipend, assuming they do top 16 stipend. So I will be going to Latin America, assuming I get that.
Okay. Cool. And then what events are you for sure going to?
For sure, I'm gonna do Portland, Dallas, and Denver. I'm fairly sure I'm gonna go to Philadelphia, and then I'd like to do one out of the two California regionals, either Santa Clara or Anaheim.
Okay. Very cool. Well, we're looking forward to seeing how you transition into masters. How do you feel about your strengths and weaknesses in the game, like maybe deck building or in-game play or mentality? What do you think are your strengths and your weaknesses?
Well, strengths. I've always thought I was like a fairly good deck builder. I feel like, especially going into a new format like Philadelphia, I feel like I'll have an edge among other players because there's not really many lists to work off of.
Yeah.
Uh, I think one of my biggest weaknesses is maybe not taking the time, all the time I need when I need it in some like less important games that are, in a sense, just as important as the rest of your day.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
So like say you're round two, you're like whatever 2-0, you're playing against not the best player, but not the worst player, and you're like not 100% focused. You just end up making silly misplays that can sometimes cost you a game that shouldn't happen.
So focusing in the early Swiss rounds, especially.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, again, we look forward to seeing what you do this year. Do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Shout outs, I guess, to Isaiah Bradner. Other than that, not really.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you'll be picked up on a team pretty soon. So good luck again with your upcoming season.
Thank you.
Shout out to my Ultra Ball patrons, Sarah Beckwith, John Gilliman, Paul Semenko, and Brian C. And huge shout out to my Master Ball patrons, Pokestats, Impulse Gaming, Jeremy Owings, Caleb Vance, and Dan Nelson. And congrats, Dan Nelson, again for winning the last drawing. Shout out to all of my patrons, and of course, to my viewers and subscribers like yourself. Thank you.